Hey Business 100 class, this is Sydney Bear here, and today we are going to be discussing the difference between mergers and acquisitions and what a vertical, horizontal, and conglomerate merger is. A real-life demonstration of an important merger was depicted in the article U.S. Airways Walks the AMR Tightrope, which was by Susan Carey of the Wall Street Journal. It basically describes the U.S. Airways as it has been going head-to-head with AMR in comparing and contrasting the benefits and opportunities of these two companies if they were successful in the merger. U.S. Airways is seeking fewer concessions than AMR and to provide enhancements in pay and benefits for its employees, as well as avoid 1,100 pilot layoffs with a combination of growth and heightened industry standards. AMR is, however, hoping to trim its union expenses by $1.25 billion, but it's coming through bankruptcy proceeding under contracts there. However, under AMR, the union faces 8,500 job cuts, where American is already seeking the elimination of 2,300 flight attendant positions. These two job cuts are to be halved under the U.S. Airways merger, and last we heard of this news, the union was legally leaning towards the U.S. Airways as the merger of their choice. Now, you usually hear terms like acquisition and merger thrown around in the news, but let's just to be straight, an acquisition is a corporate reconstructioning when one firm buys out the other. A merger is when two independent companies combine to form one new organization. The different kind of mergers that there are horizontal, vertical, and conglomerate. When a conglomerate merger happens, a combination of two firms are combined in an unrelated industry. A vertical merger is a combination of firms who are at different stages in their production of a good or service. A great example of a vertical merger is when Google announced that it would be combining with Motorola Mobility, a company that manufactures cell phones using Google's Android system. Now, for this specific example of the U.S. Airways, this is a horizontal merger, which is when two companies are in the same industry combine together to form a new organization. The airline merger is a perfect example of that, as it's an important merger because it takes two companies that maybe were very strong independently when the economy was thriving and are now combining them to be two. The importance of mergers, especially in a difficult economic time, is the survival of once strong independent companies. These airline companies provide employment for many and services for many more. By combining, they just become a bigger threat to competition rather than a bankrupt bailout company that's just attempting to stay afloat. Mergers like these are what's helping to keep businesses running, people employed, and will ultimately help the economy to come strong once again.